Hello again and welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video we're going to be discussing 5 golden rules to consider before deciding on investing in a coin. So 5 golden rules to consider before deciding to invest in a cryptocurrency. So now we all know that the cryptocurrency market is growing exponentially. There's massive gains to be had in the marketplace. Round about this time last year, Ethereum was worth round about 10 American dollars. Now is worth well in excess of 350 American dollars as at the time of this recording. So that's the level of gains that can be gotten from this marketplace. Now with this level of exponential gain, the risk reward is quite vast. So there's a good possibility with shrewd thinking that you can make a lot of money, but there's also a high possibility that you can lose a lot, because there's a lot of money chasing these currencies, as we all well know. So in order to mitigate against your loss, here are 5 golden rules that I would recommend that you consider before deciding on investing in a coin. So the first consideration to have is to ask the question, what purpose does that coin serve? So what purpose does that coin serve? What does it do? What was it created for? And you ask this question really because there are too many cryptocurrencies out there. There are cryptocurrencies for cryptocurrency's sake. So they serve no other purpose apart from being a cryptocurrency, and all they really do, their whole shtick, is to clone an existing big coin. So you have the next Bitcoin is slimmer, is faster. The transaction time is 10 times faster than Bitcoin and all that. And then you get the same repeated with Ethereum. It does more. It has more features, but really it's just a clone of an existing coin, which is the market leader in that particular niche, or whichever particular niche that they have in the marketplace. So you have a lot of this type of coins. Now there is nothing wrong with having replica coins, but really there's something wrong with having too many replica coins. And because we do have too many replica coins, there's a good possibility that a lot of the coins that we have floating about now are not going to be around in the next year or two. That's just a fact. That's just a basic law of averages. So really have a good look into the purpose that the coin is portending to serve. So does it have a unique purpose that is serving? Does it have a real life use in the marketplace? And if it is a clone, or if it fits into a niche of an existing coin, let's say for instance it has similarities with Bitcoin, what unique spin does it bring into that marketplace? Because as I said earlier, there's nothing wrong with having a clone coin, but there's everything wrong if that clone is just a like-for-like replica, which is really what a clone is. But I think you get my drift. So look into what the coin is portending to do. What is its unique selling point, and does that unique selling point serve a purpose in real life use or in the marketplace? So that's the first consideration to have. The second consideration to have is to look into the team behind the coin. Look into the team behind the coin, particularly look into the top end of the team behind the coin. The founders who founded it, who are his key core team. What's their pedigree? What have they done before? what fails and successes have they had, and if they have had fails, what are the reasons why? Because obviously anybody in business would have some failures on their CV. So that's not really the key point. The key point is what underpins that, what's happened, and what learning did they take from that. So you really need to research the thing behind the coin. So the 2 points that I've made so far, and I've dwelled on both of them quite a bit, are really the key points to look at before investing in a cryptocurrency. What purpose does the coin serve, and who are the people behind it? So the third consideration to have is how the coin is being distributed. You want to find out if the coin is mineable and how it is being mined. And then this is really one of my personal key considerations. I'd like to know if the coin has an upper supply cap. And what do I mean by that? With Bitcoin, for instance, we already know that there are only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoins ever created. We know that. So now, if you know that there's that upper cap, then you know that as the coin continues to grow in reputation and the supply diminishes, then the laws of supply and demand, limited supply, high demand, and you know what impact that has on the coin then. So that's a consideration that I bear in mind as well. I personally like to invest in coins that have a cap, a supply cap, an upper limit on the amount of coins that are ever going to be created. And I also, this is one of the reasons, actually, this is just an aside, this is one of the reasons why I don't really invest in Ripple, because I feel there are just too many Ripples being created, and I also do not like the idea that half of the Ripples being created are going to be held by the people behind it. So that's just my own little angst against that particular coin. So, but I digress. So the fourth consideration to have is to look to see where the coin is being traded. Now, if the coin is being traded on a reputable exchange, then that reassures, because then you'd have to consider that reputable exchange would have done their due diligence before signing off the coin to be traded on the exchange. So if you have a coin listed on an exchange like Coinbase, for instance, then really you'd know full well that due diligence would have been done. That's not to say not to do your own research before investing, but at least that reassures and that inspires a little bit more confidence in the coin. Similarly, if it's being traded on Bittrex, Kraken, etc., so all the big names. So if the coin is being listed on any of the big exchanges, that adds to the confidence that you should have in the coin. But again, that's not to say not to do your own due diligence. Now, the fifth consideration to have is not specific to cryptocurrencies. It's a general investment advice, which I'm sure you have heard copiously, plentifully. So I'm not going to bore you, with any explanations on this. So and that's really to invest only what you can lose. The only addendum, the only caveat that I'll add to that is invest enough so that you would feel the pain if you do lose it. Invest enough so that you should feel the pain if you do lose it. And I say this for two reasons. If you invest enough so that you'd feel the pain if you do lose it, then it will focus the mind more to ensure that you do not lose it. And if you are investing enough for you to feel the pain if you do lose it, then you're investing enough for you to feel the gains when you do win. It just stands to logic. So those are my 5 golden rules. You can look it up in a bit more detail on my Steemit account, if I can find it anywhere here. So you can look it up in a bit more detail on my Steemit account. And that's me on Steemit, Crypto Grind. Follow me, leave your comments on my YouTube page, channel, leave your comments on my Steemit page as well. So the YouTube is the channel and the Steemit is the page. Follow me on both platforms. I post fairly regularly on Steemit, and I'm trying to be a bit more regular with my YouTube videos as well. So leave your comments in the comment section. I'd really like to engage with you, to have a conversation around these points that I've made, and try and keep the keep the comments sensible if you can. I know there are no guarantees, but do try and keep the comments sensible if you can. So with that, I shall leave you there. I don't want this video to drag on too long. I know it's been dragged. I know it's well past the length that I wanted it to be. So like, share, and subscribe, and I shall catch you on the next one.